AFTV Tade, 1-0 defeat at Manchester City, yet another defeat away to one of the big boys. The last time we beat one of them was in 2015. Are you a bit disappointed today, thinking to yourself that actually they were there for the taking?
Let me just start by saying I stand with my Nigerian brothers back in Nigeria. I'm sure you're aware of what's happening. End SARS and end police brutality. I stand with you guys in spirit. Unfortunately, I'm in England. I can't go to Nigeria to go and protest, but I'm there with you guys in heart and in spirit. Moving on to the game. Well, in answer to your question, it was a bit of both, really. I felt that Arteta got some of his tactics wrong. That doesn't mean I'm having a go at Arteta, okay? It just means the experiment he tried didn't work. That's how I saw it. For me, Willian was ineffective when he played today. I felt it was a bit too blunt. But I kind of saw what Arteta was trying to do. He had a game plan. He had something he must have told the players, instructions, and also wanted runners, wanted fast players, Pepe, Willian, and Oba up top. It didn't work. We move. So for me, all these whole, because some people came to my Instagram, they were complaining, saying Arteta was this, that Arteta is, someone who said Arteta is now doing a Wenger. He's experimenting, he's doing this. I said, look, listen, it is easy for you to blame someone when something doesn't work. But you seem to forget that this same Man City, for the last, I think, 8 or 9 games or something, we've been losing to these guys 3-1, 3-0. They've been beating us mercilessly, like we stole someone's girlfriend. That's how they've been dealing with us. Today was a more professional performance. We lost 1-0.
Still lost.
It's a loss. I get it. I'm not happy.
And like you've just said there, some strange decisions by the manager. Why play Willian when you've got Lacazette, who's been on form? He scored 3 goals in his last 4 Premier League games. Why did Thomas Partey not start? Why did Thomas Partey come on for only 8 minutes? Why go and buy this player? You know what I mean? Everyone's got a massive boost and excited to see him. And then you bring him on in the last 8 minutes.
Right, I can give you an answer.
Giving someone a Christmas present, you know, on New Year's Eve.
I mean, look, listen, but that's not how football is, Robbie. Come on, you know this. No, when Thiago came, sorry, go on. Okay, when Thiago came to Liverpool, he didn't start the first game. He came up from the bench as well. For Liverpool.
8 minutes.
Secondly, no, listen. Secondly, when you talk about Lacazette, we look around. For the past few years, a lot of managers do things. They work, they don't work. Firmino became a revelation for Liverpool. That was never his natural position. Van Persie became a revelation to be a top center forward. He was never really his position when we bought him. Even Henry was coming from the left wing most of the times. All those things worked. It didn't work today. He's learned his lesson. That doesn't mean I was in support of that decision, because I felt he should have made those changes quicker than he did. Because
did he learn his lesson? Because he did the same thing against Liverpool. He left out Gabriel, who everybody thought, this guy's been playing brilliantly. He left out Gabriel. We lost in that game. Then today now, as I said, I don't want to criticise Arteta. He's been brilliant for us so far.
Exactly my point.
It's still a massive error. You big them up when they win. You've got to question it when they lose. It just didn't make no sense. You talk about Thiago. He didn't come on for the last 8 minutes. And we were losing the game.
But can I ask you a question, though? Do you really think we lost this game because Thomas Partey didn't play? I don't think so. Xhaka was very decent today, in my opinion. So the same Xhaka that people complain he always gives. No, hang on. Let me just finish this. The same Xhaka that people complain. I was even having the same argument with your brother Laurie all the time about Xhaka. I even sent in a video. The same Xhaka that people complain all the time that is always passing back. He gave a lot of interesting through balls today that actually led to an attack. Let's be honest. The one that Aubameyang had with the keeper that he said it was offside. That wasn't even an offside. It came from him. There was another one that he gave to Xhaka.
Nothing wrong with how he plays, but surely you say to yourself, all right, you know what? I'm going to throw Partey in. There's half an hour left. 60 minutes, we're losing 1-0. Let me throw Partey in. They've never played against this guy. They don't know what he's going to bring. This could be the bit of unpredictability that could get us back in the game. But he didn't. He seemed to be He seemed to be very passive today. You know what I mean? We weren't adventurous. We weren't.
Yeah.
It was, you know, all right, we've lost 1-0 and that's better than getting battered 3-4-0. But
which we always do, by the way.
We still lost Tade.
I agree. You need to understand where I'm coming from. You need to understand where I'm coming from, Robbie. Where I'm coming from is a place of not all of us going all in on Arteta like he did some very horrendous decisions. Because what I'm seeing on social media and what I've seen from people is like they're just blaming everything on Arteta. We can also look at some of the decisions that were made during the game. We can go back and look at the penalty. That, for me, based on how bad the law has been set for giving penalty now, that high foot on Gabriel's on head, for me, was a penalty. I think it is for me. That can affect the game as well. If Gabriel had held his head like this and started shouting, I'm being paid, maybe the referees will be giving penalties for that. But why do you have to go all down and act before they give you a penalty? If they can give a penalty against Tottenham, our neighbors over there, which for me was a very soft penalty, the one that Eric Dyer hit his hand, when his hand was in natural position, they gave a penalty. The last week, Chelsea, slight touch on Tammy Abraham's leg. He went down like a sack of potatoes. They gave a penalty. The point I'm making is some of these decisions affect the game. Fine, Arteta has his fault. He's done his own bit. He messed up with some of his tactics. But I don't think that was the main factor for why we lost this game. Bellerin, what was he doing? He committed himself to Foden, and Foden took him away. Zoom. So you can look at little things like this and say, okay, you know what? For me, there are some certain decisions that have nothing to do with Arteta that should have affected this game. Let's look at Xhaka. Xhaka was our bright spot today. The number of times that guy keeps possession, with so many people hacking him down. In fact, I was even telling my friend when I was watching the game, I was like, if they were giving money for the number of times you have fouled, Xhaka would be a billionaire right now. Because I'm serious, because it's not like you can see that they knew he was a danger man. He had 2 attempts on goal. Someone was telling me, oh, Xhaka has to improve his finishing. For crying out loud, the attempt that hit Ederson's shoulder, that was his weaker foot. His weaker foot, if not for that shoulder, just a little inch above, that was the goal. The other attempt was from a tight angle. He gave a shot. The keeper pointed it to the corner. The point I'm trying to make is, we Arsenal fans, and with all due respect to them, we Arsenal fans, we act like the Romans in the Roman Empire. Any small thing like this, we are swayed this way. Finally, we'll be swayed this way again when something goes. Come on, sometimes you should add a little bit of deep thinking to our analysis of the game. That's all I want to say about this game. We've lost, we've got the L. I get it. I believe Arteta has a little bit of faults, but I still believe that the referee decisions as well affected the game. That is really my own take on this game.
Okay, thanks, Tade. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah?
Bless, bro.
This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. So get involved right now. Click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now.